I'm gonna go ahead and just tie my hair back while I do my makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story of why I recently joined my very first social media collab project for eyeshadow palettes, like you see a lot of people do. I'm going to explain this story while I am showing you the fast-forwarded part of me applying my base makeup for the day. So I hope that you enjoy this style of format. This is going to be the first time that I try this in one of my videos. I probably won't make a habit of it, but I just thought it might be fun. So let me go ahead and get into the story since you're already watching me put on my base, since you're already watching me do my makeup. All right, so when I first joined the makeup community on Instagram, about 3 years ago now, 3.5, 4 years ago almost, this was at a time when Instagram was not, what are those things called? Was not driven by content creators and was mostly driven by individual people just posting their personal looks and makeup loves, and it was more of like a fun, actually social thing as opposed to a way to try to generate income for content creators that were pushing ads. Anyway, and I only mention that because at this time there were a lot more interactions, just like organic interactions between people's photos and comments and their channels and such, and I really miss those days. I still handle my YouTube channel and I still handle my Instagram in that same manner. Now that I've gotten back on my Instagram just a little bit, I had almost deleted my makeup Instagram because I had really stepped away from social media because I just didn't like the general atmosphere of how Instagram had changed, not only from the side of the developers, but also the side of the content creators and the general app users. I digress. So I had this one person that I used to interact with a lot, and I believe she lived in Asia somewhere. Anyways, she was just a regular woman that would post her makeup and would like the pictures of my flat lays and palettes that I would post. This was long before I had ever posted my face on my Instagram at all, and nobody had any idea, what I looked like or who I was. It was just like an anonymous. It was more so just an anonymous social media page where I could share my love of makeup and my enjoyment of the things that I was getting without anybody that I knew getting jealous of me and looking down on me personally for my purchases or whatever, like I had found had happened in the past when I would share things with my so-called friends, like in my real life on social media. Most of those people just ended up having jealousy towards me as opposed to like sharing in my joy. And so at this time I was really engaged with the makeup community on Instagram. And so this one chick reached out to me one day and she was like, first of all, you could tell, okay, I'll stop popping my knuckles while I'm talking, sorry. First of all, you could tell that English wasn't her main language, and just by, the way that her captions were and stuff like that, and her profile looked very much like it was from Asia or Japan possibly, or China, I don't know. Anyways, and so, or Taiwan even, I really don't know. Anyways, it was an Asian culture of some sort, and I could tell that because there seemed to be like what looked like Chinese characters in the profile. And so I don't know what nationality she was or whatever, but the point is, one day she reached out to me and she had asked me if I would like to do a social media collab post where we both use the same palette and post our look on a certain day. No, she didn't say that. And post our look at the same time. She didn't give me a date of when she wanted to do it or whatever. She was just like, I wanted to know if you wanted to do this with me. And me being open and naive and new to the makeup community in general at that time, She asked me if I wanted to create a look and post them at the same time. And I told her that I would love to do that. When was she thinking? And she said, well, I was thinking next weekend. And I didn't even take into account the fact that we live in different time zones or anything like that. I was just like, okay, yeah, I would love to do that. Just know that I am very busy. I don't have the time to do my makeup every single day, and I can't commit at this point as to whether or not I'll be able to post my look at the exact same time that you can, because you know, I'm a busy mom. I'm also very ill, and you know, that interferes with a lot of what I can do. And I still had all three of my children at the house at the time, and so I was gone a lot for sports activities, especially on the weekends. All that to say, so the time comes around that we're supposed to post our look at the same time, and she posts her look and she tags me. And, you know, I had been at the athletic field since like 6 a.m. that morning, my time. And I don't know, I didn't check social media until sometime after lunch. So I hadn't been on social media for over 9 hours that particular morning yet. That day, I hadn't even checked in yet. And she had posted her look and tagged me. And I, of course, felt bad that I hadn't even had the chance to create a look yet or anything like that. Granted, she had only given me like a handful of days notice. It wasn't like a month or something. That would have been really helpful. Anyway, and so I messaged her, I DM'd. First of all, I commented on her look. And then I DM'd her. I told her that her look was beautiful. And then I DM'd her and told her, I'm so sorry, I haven't been able to post. I'm not going to be able to post it today. I might be able to get it up tomorrow. I've been very busy with my family. And she went off on me. She flipped out. She lost her shit, dude. She went off. She was like, oh my God, I wish you would have said something to me. Like now I can't post my look. Now I need to delete my picture. And this is just so embarrassing. How could you not have told me it beforehand? Now this is ruined. Can't even collab. And I was just like, I wrote back, I was like, you can still post your picture. It's not that big of a deal. She, like, I don't know, she spazzed the F out. And I was like, dude, like every interaction up until then had seemed relatively, like, had given me the impression that she might seem like a relatively normal person. But boy, was I mistaken. Yeah, she went off. I was just like, dude, like, you know, I was still at the athletic field with my family when I responded to her and saw that message. And I literally only had a second to check in. Like when I saw her go off, I was just like, dude, I'm going to give her a minute to like get her mind together and figure out like what the hell her problem is. And so I just like closed the app and left it at that. So then later on that evening, I came home and like I had been thinking about it a little bit, and I was just like, dude, what is this chick's problem? And I was like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with her. I don't even want to be associated with her on social media. I blocked that chick. I should have blocked her right away, but I was just like trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and trying to understand why on earth she literally wigged out on me when I had told her in advance that I didn't know if I would be able to post at the same time because my child has athletic tournaments every weekend, which are very hectic schedules. I never know the full schedule because the games are tournaments. And so it's like a bracket style. So it's not like I can be like, oh, I'm going to have a game at this hour, and that hour. So I'll be able to film before, after, or in between. No, you literally like play until you're out and you just never know. And so it was just like, I expected her to have some sort of reasonable mentality to be able to understand that, you know, I warned you I wouldn't be able to post right at the exact same moment. It's okay if I post a little bit later in the day or whatever. No, dude, she went off. I blocked her so fast. I was just like, dude, it burned me. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. And I was just like, you know, I don't really know any of these people that I interact with so much on here and that seem normal and that like I thought we were quote unquote online friends or whatever, but turns out, you know, I really don't know anything. I am obviously not a good judge of character when it comes to being online because I'm more of an in-person kind of girly. And then I can like feel the energy that a person is giving off and like look into their eyes and see their truth. You know what I mean? Like you might not know what I mean, but that's how I operate, which is why I don't really like to interact on the phone or on email or through social media. I really like to hang out in person or not at all because typically people misunderstand me online, probably because I feel a little guarded since I don't feel comfortable since we're not like in person or whatever. Not to say that I'm comfortable in a group setting. I digress. Okay, so now I've got my full face ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into real time and we will create this palette bingo eye look together. I'm gonna use my blue melt gel pot for the first time. Let's hope it's not dry like the brown one they sent me. Looks like I used this once before, or they sent me a used one or the other, I can't remember. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. Well, that was fun. Get to use that. Now I am going to curl my lashes. And I'm gonna do a pop of white on the inside. Okay. And I'm gonna go in with the Call Me Quinn. I feel like this is the perfect blush to top off this look and really like tie in the lavender inner eye. Bandit, go lie down, baby. My dog just came in from the outside and so he's panting because it's really hot and humid out there. Oh my God, this freaking purple blush is just like giving me life every time I use it. I know I come off a little like a clown, but I'm loving it. And if I don't break out from that bronzer, I'm really gonna like it. And if I end up not breaking out from that bronzer, I think I am really gonna like it because it's really pretty and soft and subtle. Okay. That purple blush did help to tie in the whole look, and I'm tempted to try Candy Yum Yum for the very first time, but I think instead of going for a super bright pink look, which might be really fun for like a festival makeup look, I'm gonna go with, is this the one? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lime Crime color that I first picked up. That is kind of just like a cool toned, hold on. Hold on. That is kind of like a cool toned, muted neutral that you really can't see. I'm going to use this deep purpley berry lip liner to kind of tie it into the colorful look. just a little bit, like that. Yeah. Okay. Here is today's lip combo. Let me know what you think. I could use a little bit of a blurring to the lip line, but I kind of like the little accent of purple that it adds. All right, so here is the finished look of the day using these shades to create a look. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click the notification bells to all so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.